Hey guys, BriarRabbit here, and today I wanted to share with you my review of the RAZER SABERTOOTH Xbox 360 controller. This controller was just recently released. It is the replacement for the Anza, which I previously did a review for. I'll put a link in the description. And so far, I'm very happy with it. I have had this controller for about a week, and durability issues aside, which I haven't had any of, I'm very excited about it. So let me start off with some of the pluses. The biggest thing I can see right off the bat is the improved D-pad. This is a huge improvement over the old Anza. Here's a picture of the Anza's old D-pad, and you can see it's these circular buttons. They weren't very useful for anything except for Call of Duty, just to one-time press, like select a weapon or select a kill streak or something. And often you would find that you'd hit two buttons by accident because there's not a lot of space between the buttons. The new controller, there's a lot of space between them. It feels actually kind of similar to a PS3 controller digital pad. The only difference is these are buttons. They're not connected in any way. So when you press one button, it doesn't move any of the other buttons around. Another big improvement is the triggers. The old triggers, let me get the Anza back out here. You can see the old triggers were kind of this weird shape with these long kind of tails on them. They were not comfortable. They didn't feel right. They didn't work as well as a standard Xbox controller. These triggers feel much more like a standard Xbox controller. They're great. They're really big improvement over the Anza. What else we got? The RAZER SABERTOOTH also has this OLED display. This display allows you to see what you're doing when you're programming it, and it also allows you to see which profile you're in. So you can have different profiles for different games. So if you wanted one of the programmable buttons to do a certain function in Street Fighter 4 and a different function when you're playing Call of Duty, you can do that by just switching to a different profile. And that's a really nice feature. It makes it very easy to program the buttons. All you have to do is hit this program mode, hold down the button that you want to program, and then touch the button that you want to program it to. It's very simple. It's very easy. Having that display on there is very slick. It makes the controller look kind of cool, and it works very well. It also has these light up face buttons, and I like these light up face buttons. I don't feel like the face buttons feel as good as on the old RAZER Anza controller, which I'm a little disappointed about. I don't know why they would change that. They're functional, don't get me wrong, they work fine, but the old ones, they had this really slight, you really had to touch them very lightly to get them to work, and I thought that was pretty neat. These ones feel more like a standard Xbox controller. No complaints really, it's just I don't know why they changed it. Also has adjustable sensitivity on the analog sticks. Now it doesn't have adjustable, the old RAZER Anza had adjustable tension, so you could turn these clicker wheels and it would actually make it harder to move the stick. That's gone on this one, and I believe that's due to durability concerns. I believe that led to poor durability. What it does have are great feeling sticks that can be adjusted so that you can have the 100% movement speed no matter what. So you can adjust. Moving this can be 100%, it could be 80%, it could be whatever you want it to be. That's pretty cool. I guess that's a real problem with Xbox controllers, is where if you move this all the way up, it might only be registered 97%. Well, that's adjustable here, and that's a cool feature. It also has this pretty cool rubberized surface. It's very comfortable to hold. The whole controller is very comfortable, and I'm pretty happy with the feel of the controller. It's not as slick as a regular Xbox controller that just has kind of that matte feel. It's nice and comfortable. It feels, in your hand, it feels very similar to an Xbox controller, which I think is a good thing. The RAZER Anza, it was never as comfortable. It had these kind of weird ridges, and it didn't feel like an Xbox controller, so it took a little more getting used to. So let's talk about these programmable buttons. It has 6 of them. It has these 2 rocker switches. So down is a button, up is a button, down is a button, and up is a button. So that's 4 buttons. And then it also has 2 up here that are kind of between the triggers and the shoulder buttons. These are all 6 of these can be adjusted to be any button you want, and that's pretty neat. I found that getting used to the controller, it was a little hard for me to keep from hitting up on these. I think because as I moved my finger, my middle finger would just kind of move them up. And what I would like to see is just a little more resistance for hitting these before they registered. But that's a small complaint, and I think really what it is getting used to it is what is going to make the difference there. Also, this was a little weird because it's not in a natural location. As you can see, when I'm hitting the trigger, my finger's kind of hitting it. When I hit the shoulder button, because I don't move my finger much, I'm hitting here, and then I kind of hit it with almost my knuckle. So that's kind of in a weird position. I found myself, I didn't really use it that much. But in Call of Duty, I found that I use these rockers quite a bit. I only set up 2 of them. I set one up for knifing, and I set one up for jumping. And that worked really, really well. It allows you to jump while still looking around. You don't have to hit the A button by taking your thumb off. You just hit it on the back. And that is really cool. And for knifing, since I play in tactical, I don't have to hit the B button to knife. I can just click it in the back of the controller. A lot of people have found that useful in the Scuff gaming controllers, and it's really useful here too. It also has a removable cord. The cord itself is nice because it's kind of this braided cable. It feels like it'll hold up well. It's not as thick as the old Anza cord. You can see that this is the Anza cord, this is the new Sabertooth cord. But it feels nice, it feels quality, and it's removable. I don't know why you'd want to remove it, and it feels like a high quality connection where you actually have to screw it on and off. And it's got kind of these 4 pins here, but you have to be a little careful because you got to line those back up and then you got to screw it in. But it feels like a quality connection. It doesn't feel like it's going to break, and that makes me happy because when you're spending a lot of money on a controller, you want to feel like you're getting something quality. It also comes with this carrying case. The carrying case could be useful if you bring your controller over to a friend's house, or I don't know, if you do kind of like gaming parties, or even if you're traveling. The controller fits nicely into there. You can take the cord off and put it in these little pouches here. And it really is. It fits nicely in there. It's kind of a nice little extra feature that didn't have to be there. I don't know that I'd pay extra for it, but it is kind of nice. Another nice thing that the controller comes with are these green covers for the thumbsticks. So you can see these are just like kind of silicone peel-off jobbies. And what's nice about that is that I find with a lot of Xbox controllers is the grip surface kind of wears out over time. So you find that it gets real slippery, and that ends up being probably the fastest way that an Xbox controller wears out. So being able to just pop these guys on gives you a brand new grippy surface. So I haven't checked out to see if you can buy extra of these on Anza's website, or not Anza's website, Razer's website. Hopefully you can, and as long as you can do that, that surface is going to last forever. This is also compatible with FPS freaks, so you can just pop those on too, and that's nice. I don't use them personally. I used to use them. I didn't find that they really helped me out that much, so I just kind of stopped using them. But if you do use them, they work here. So let's talk about a couple of the minuses, okay? The first minus is, obviously, it's a corded controller. If you need, oops, I dropped that little screwdriver. If you do need a cordless controller, this isn't going to do it for you. It comes with a 10-foot cord. That's nice. But if you're playing in your living room, you're sitting on the couch, you have a cord going all the way to your Xbox under the TV, you got dogs walking by, you maybe have little brothers or kids or something. If you need a cordless controller, this isn't going to be your guy. You might want to check out maybe a Scuff gaming controller, or just stick with the Xbox 360 controller. Also, durability is a concern for me. My Anza controller wore out fast. The triggers don't work all the time. The tension on the sticks has gradually degraded over time. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty unhappy with this controller. I feel like it wore out prematurely. So hopefully the Sabertooth will be much more durable in the future. Also, this is initially true, and I can't tell you it's going to be true in the future, but initially it's been very hard to keep from hitting the programmable buttons, especially the up on these. So if I'm playing and I'm hitting the trigger, I'm moving my hand a little bit to hit the shoulder button, I find that I'll often kind of brush against the rocker switches, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. I wish there was a little more spring tension there to keep you from hitting it accidentally. Overall, I'm definitely going to say I like this controller a lot. I like it better than the Xbox standard controller. I like that the thumb pads have the removable cover. They feel really good. The tension in the sticks is really good. I like that it has the programmable buttons, and I personally like corded controllers better than battery controllers because in my office I'm very close to the Xbox, and I just don't want to be swapping out batteries all the time. It's kind of a pain in the neck. In my living room, I do use a cordless controller, and I will be getting a Scuff gaming controller, so look for a review on that very soon. But overall, yeah, I'm very happy with this. I like it. I like the programmable buttons. I like the overall feel and build quality of this controller. So overall, I really recommend it highly. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you some links to some stuff you might have missed. On the left is a video called Playing with My Pistol Solo. Just kind of a fun, random commentary. I just had fun playing this one. And on the right are some tips for playing with the TAC-45. I played a little Kill Confirm. I had a good time. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.